Alright. New commander. Kavaero. The Mind-Bitten. 4 mana 4/4. It enters as a copy of a creature in your graveyard. That's it. That's all it does. You can only do it once, then the creature's gone forever. So, ideally, it works faster than it doesn't work. There aren't reanimate spells in here. There probably could be, but that would sort of impede the reanimate spell that you spam from the command zone. There's some pretty funny ones. This one, and what was the other one? This one, where like it sees that it was cast. It doesn't have to be the original copy, and you get the thing. So I have the weird ones in here, but I don't know. We shall see. A bunch of draw, discard, removal, and because it's standard, there's not a lot of room for anything else, really, unfortunately. Counter spells probably aren't like the most... Again, in standard, the counter spells aren't crazy anyways, but I could see this struggling to do its thing before I'm, like, trampled over. But sometimes I'm sure you'll get away with it. I don't like mill cards at all for this kind of strategy, particularly in standard. I'm not even sure, I didn't even look, but I'm not even sure how many great mill cards there are. Okay, Overlord's good. I lied. I'm a liar. We have a good one. There's one good one that I'm willing to put in here, but all in all, mill is so incredibly random, and it's just not where I think you should go with your whatever kind of strategy this is. So, yep. Alright, I'll take a card out, and then we're going to play. I'll take out Refute. Again, I don't think this is an instant speed matters kind of deck. Like, I'm not really... Just because it's blue and black, I don't have to play all the instants in the game and stuff. It's just... Alright, let's do that. Means the deck is perfect. Got a turn 0 win. Oh. Well, that was easy. Do I play Overlord on turn 2? Could play this instead. I like options. Yeah, this gives me more options. And I think it's reasonable to pick up a creature. I think it's actually reasonable. It sounds weird, but I'm going to pick up a creature because like Chart of Course effects would like to discard things over the course of the game. I also just have enough in my graveyard already to this point where I don't have to put another creature in there forever. So, bloop. What did they get rid of? That? Alright, so if I give myself that option, we will have a... We could flip our graveyard... Oh, this is weird. That's just really weird. Okay, maybe I don't want to do that. Alright, looks like we're just gonna play it, like... Yeah, we're just gonna do the good thing. That's what we're gonna do. And then we're gonna get this. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to get this. I'm going to get this thing. How many cards does this draw right now? 2? Alright, fine. It draws 2 cards. So be it. If it dies, I also will go to discard. I'm just skeptical to put like too much in play immediately and then lose it all and not have enough to win after the fact. So, like, I just don't want to reanimate this ever here. I just take my opponent's cards for stats, and I shall do that right now. They let me go to combat. They did let me do that. completely unreasonable to trade here. Careful what you surveil. They do not have Split Up in their hand. Or whatever that other stuff is. And I shall play this as a creature? Yeah. My opponent's in the must sweep the board territory of the game anyway, so... yeah, we'll get rid of you. Look at that. Look at that 8 hand size. Look at that. Isn't that great? Just as Mark Rosewater intended. Alright, that answers one thing. Oh, right, that's my commander. Right, I forgot. I'm not quite there with lethal. We'll leave out cancel. Oh, this is lethal. Alright, found it. Always had it. Always had it. Don't you dare. Come on. Ugh. Well. At least they weren't on the play. Why did they not... Okay. Meteor Golem first? Probably a counter spell. Is it a creature counter? Oh, I guess it is, huh? Countering creatures against me is funny, because it doesn't really matter. Yeah, like, this doesn't really matter. In fact, you probably should hold every counterspell ever specifically for my commander. Like, does this really matter? I feel like that just isn't a big deal here. But I guess they're going to spam counterspells, so it's fine. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing over there? Oh. Alright. So... leave up that, because it's funny. Can I do this whenever I want? I can. Do I do it now anyways? What am I looking for? I'm not looking for anything that's castable, so... You think it's a legit counter? I mean, I already have the draw discard in play, though. And it doesn't involve combat. So I don't know if I agree with that. Okay. Like, I'm already doing it. I'm not going to interact here. Actually, I can, and it lets me get through. Ooh. Yeah, this lets me get through. Bloop. Alright. I could have went for it anyways, but now I don't have to care. We can get rid of one of these. Let's just get rid of that one. I'll keep the land. I could have just played all of them, I don't know. I'm looking for threats, I'm not looking for other stuff. Alright, we did it. They either had a counterspell and they just couldn't use it because we got rid of this, or they didn't and they were screwed. Just The cycle? What is one green mana that you Tamiel's safekeeping? I don't know. Guess we'll find out. I think Tamiel's safekeeping can target lands. Target permanent you control. Alright, that does too. I guess I'm keeping that. It doesn't reliably work, but maybe it does. Well, they're getting all the ramp spells out of their hands, so Tifa, when cast, is less scary. This also lets me do what I want here, because this deck isn't going to interact with this. Like, they're just not going to interact here. And it's extremely unlikely that I die next turn. So. Anything's possible, though. You gotta equip first before you move your purple alien. Yeah, alright. Yeah. It seemed like the versions that just really have to protect Tifa are not, in my opinion, as strong as the ones that don't. Because you have like other things you can do. They did have haste, though. Well, speaking of aggro, I wish I had the Gear Hulk. I don't know if this is fast enough, but it's doing exactly what I need to do, so maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe it doesn't matter, you just sit there and you hope it's good enough. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I mean, this game probably just plays itself. I don't really know. Anything matters. So yeah, we do this. Is this a destroy or a sacrifice? It is a sacrifice. They do lose their commander. Seems ideal. Wait, what? Oh, sure. I got confused. At least my opponent isn't pretending like there's anything to think about. Stock up just doesn't matter, so I'm going to leave up Bitter Triumph, because this just doesn't, like, I'm not finding anything that matters. Plasma Bolt. Oh my. This is indestructible, right? Alright. There is no doing anything. Just taking it. And apparently my opponent's not doing anything. That seems odd. So this. Okay, we have stuff. So, stock up or this? They're kind of the same. This sees more cards. I already have something to do this turn. Let's just cast this. And then take this. And I can't really attack. Overlord is not necessary. This is haste, right? Yeah. So I have to effectively block it, so I can't realistically attack. Why are you not... What? Oh, there you go. Discard... You... This is indestructible, so... Yeah, the Bringer doesn't get exiled because it shows up. Okay, that was an ideal card to find. Is it enough? We could just play this. I think I have to do that. Which is really tragic. But like... Oh, right! What if I just did this? Surely this doesn't kill me, right? Doesn't this just win? Ginger Brute can swing at me. But I have to kill the headliner anyways. My opponent seems to be thinking about something. I have to kill the hero. And just take one. I can play these. I will take this. It's castable. I don't need to reanimate it. Lightning Strike kills me. Bolt Wave kills me. I don't know what else. Well, I guess they don't have it because they're thinking. So I guess we're gonna see another turn and probably stay alive at 3. We'll see. Alright, we did it. Need a land. I guess there's a few looks at it, so... Okay, does that matter? I'm gonna say it doesn't. What does this do? Do I care about this? What else am I doing? Overlord? No, I need a land. No, I can do the next turn. Alright, do this. I actually found a decent card to actually just cast for real, so... Little tragic. This is why I utterly detest milling as a graveyard enable strategy. It's just wildly inconsistent and unreliable. What does this do? Alright, not ideal. Let's play this. And if I don't find a land, I'll just concede. We like those odds. I didn't find a land. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, turn 2, I really should have played this. I don't know. I was confident I'd find a land by now. Instead of the Overlord, I mean. Does not take very long whatsoever to lose this game at this point. Found the land anyways, never didn't have it. Alright, it was it just found the land and won. Who would have guessed it was the most important thing ever. I have a lobster truther in my YouTube comments. I was trying to get me to play the lobster space commander. I did actually see it in the midweek event, the lobster commander. It proceeded to get completely annihilated by Azusa strip mine, but they were playing the lobster. They were lobbing the lobsters. This might not have been a good hand. Whatever, I'm overdue for a loss. Oh, I forgot this is my deck. Okay, it became a good hand. Turning Tanic into a fish is usually ideal. I could probably play Arcane. Do I have Arcane sitting in here? I'm not sure. Arcane Signet is probably a good idea. It's not that amazing, because I can't just play this on turn 3. But it's okay. I could probably take a land out for it, I'm not going to lie. Could take it'll get you 3 lands, a 3-land hand turning into a 2-land hand with Arcane Signet. It's almost the same thing, sometimes just better. Like, imagine this was a land. So I think I kill that with Malcolm. I think I kill that with Malcolm here. Yeah, I should probably do that. And just trade. Okay, so I can play you. I can play you for real next turn, though. I think I think I want that. And I don't care about you. Yeah, just pass. Alright. Alright, no fetch land. There's only 2 in standard. Come on. There we go, finally. Every Tanic player just, like, plays it and instantly gets the fetch land. Do they mill a fetch land? They do. Sure. At this point, it might not matter too much. I do have to make a move here. So, I shall. Fine. Bit sketchy, but I'm gonna let that happen. Maybe that's just one of the threats I must answer. Maybe it was wrong. Too late now, though. They did not swing at their commander, not sure why. Should still wait, actually. Summon Spagoo. Alright, always had it. Never didn't not have it. Alright, I no longer regret anything. This does go away on its own. It currently doesn't have any ideal targets. If my opponent does stone cold nothing, I don't have any targets. They could just sack this and this doesn't do anything. That's not the case. That kills it. No. Bit interesting. I might have probably just sacked this because they didn't deal with that. Do I even care about this? Currently, not really. Let's get rid of you. And you. Let's play you. Okay, well that's easy. And then, can I swing? Yeah, because I'm not going to block. Do I really? I don't think I deal with this. Why are these exiled like this? Hold on. Till your next turn, you may play those cards. Okay, I have to leave up Bitter Spagoo then. Spadoodle. I could probably discard a land. I'm gonna pay 3 life though. And they can kill whatever they want with the Bushwhack. I don't care about that. I would not actually kill this, because you gave my commander back. Might not be a good idea here. Yeah, I'm not sure I would make that move. They don't hold that card for their commander. Okay, yeah, they're just out of gas. I mean, yeah, this is why the Bushwhack wasn't something I felt too concerned about. Because I don't think it's right to even fight this thing. I do draw 2 cards, but the game's not about that. You should just let that happen and probably kill this thing. It does start making 8/8s, but there's no real good Bushwhack, honestly. I can probably play Overlord and not feel upset. Because, I mean, there's actually a pretty good chance it turns into a thing here. I'm going to put this to my hand for the draw discard spells, and I want to do that, so... Another land is not necessary. I actually could have put this in the graveyard. I didn't think of that. Because this is indestructible. Yeah, it didn't cross my mind. Oops. I was fixated on witness protection. Looks like we're still just fine, though. This forces out some kind of way to stop it. And if they don't have it, this game is just getting worse and worse every turn. Oh, I can almost cast that. Oh, I want to cast it. I want to cast it, please. Let me cast it. We play this. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's... Our graveyard is full, but we're still susceptible to graveyard hate. Still a thing that could happen here. Haven't actually seen it happen yet. They did not kill their own commander. Zombie. Sure. Alright, they get some stuff in play. You can move the boots. Give one of them haste. And now I shall see if there's an instant. There is not. Alright. Oh, I want to play Arcanus. I want to play Arcanus, please. Oh, wait, I can play Arcanus. I can. I can. Oh, this is going to be a good turn. Oh, we're going to like this, so we can go bloop. And then we can go bloop. And then we go, bloop. Oh, this is going to be a pretty cool turn, huh? We're going to like this turn. Oh, this is going to be a pretty cool turn. Look at that, huh? Oh, that's pretty cool, huh? Yes. Oh, yes. Well, I say try to dodge it, but there's nothing I can do about it. There ain't nothing I can do. So do you counter... Oh, wait, I have Malcolm. Yeah, I'm going to cast Malcolm. We're going to get rid of Summon Bahamut. We're gonna play you. Get rid of you. Alright, what do you got? Upkeep Surveil, huh? Also the fastest I've ever seen anyone ever do it as well. Impressive. So I can't realistically go for it. I probably shouldn't. Let's get rid of a land here. Oh, jeez. Do I cast my commander? No, we can... I mean, my opponent hasn't presented anything. I just cast whatever... like something else. Like, you're never upset when your opponent counterspells Solemn Simulacrum. So... Another Upkeep Surveil. Gets rid of Maelstrom Pulse and Random Thing. No land. Let us pay 3 life. Try to kill it. Happened so fast. Man, this person's playing real quick. Love to see it. Oh wow, a counterspell. No way. Rankle's Prank actually has text on it. Nope, let's cast Rankle's Prank. Wait, no, we could just cast this. We just cast that. And then we could just cast this. I can just sort of do whatever I want. They just didn't counter the... Why didn't they counter the... What? Okay. You got it. I don't need more card selection, although I guess I don't need the land either. I could have sort of did whatever I wanted there. Opponent, I don't know if this draw-go situation is really working out. I have played around everything and have not needed to cast my commander. I'm going to just start exiling cards out of hand because of the 4-8 there. Let's just... Oh, hey, it's that card. Again, I can just simply cast it. If you counter it, it still exists in the graveyard. Alright, yeah. That was a decisive thrashing against what is clearly a boatload of interaction. Like, a ton of wow, gee, like, infinite interaction. But I'm presenting issues at the most annoying points where they can't really do anything, right? Malcolm flashes in, it starts casting things for free. My opponent did not counter this card when they could have. Like, that's how bad the situation was for them. Yeah, we can just finagle around counter spells. Very nice. Alright. Penguin Wizard, I've played against this person. I think a lot, actually. Alright, another hand that really wants a land. Any land works, except the Surveil one. Oh, this is red? Red Tanic. Okay. Arcane Signet? No, huge. Let's play you. Look for Swamp. All of these are wow, all of these are so reasonable. So, Swamp and Prank can save me against whatever this is doing. I could have just Witness Protectioned it as well if I really wanted to. This is probably a spot where I could genuinely target my opponent with this card. And it could deeply affect what they're trying to do. But I have what they're trying to do already kind of covered, so let's just discard summon Danger Noodle. A Braid? Looks like a Braid. Okay, sure. Also, there's an argument my opponent might actually like if I targeted them with this, so... You can't play your commander. You have to do something else here. That is, in fact, something else. Let us do the thing anyways. It's still the best thing to do. So. Alright, if they just don't play anything, this 4/4 will go away, and I can't blow anything up, so I'll probably just take the turn off, just don't do anything. Or kill it, I guess. That works too. Okay, that's not a good idea, especially because it's a creature. I can steal it with my commander. Of all the things to do, that might have been one of the worst things to do. One of the worst things to do, probably. Like, it's functionally the exact same as not doing anything. So they just probably shouldn't have done that. But I'm going to argue it also probably doesn't matter. I don't know if this is really going to do anything, this game. I will let this resolve. I will let that resolve. Let's play Swamp. And Rankle's Prank? Yep. Discard, sack. Alright. I wasn't presenting lethal there, was I? Nope. I'm gonna probably get this thing here with my commander. Although I could just get this. Oh, or this. Yeah, I have infinite options. I could also probably just play this out of my hand as well. Start Kiora, threaten the 8/8. Yeah, I had a bunch of stuff I could do. They probably would have conceded if I just cast a counterspell on this when I had the option, but they're probably just going to concede when I counter anything, so... Cool. The 4 life mode? Oh, yeah! I forgot. We could have done that, right? Yeah. We could have killed them with Malcolm. They were at 5. I completely, like, spaced the lose 4, yeah. Alright, Miss Lethal. I did my best to keep a bad hand, too. This is not bad if I draw blue, so this is probably... Again, we're on the draw, so all I need is a blue, and I have probably almost completely guaranteed with this revelation, we'll see. I love seeing Drake Hatcher C play. It would be kind of insane. Okay, they just don't do it. So I'll say, isn't it a little crazy to not cast VV? But they didn't cast VV. I can kill this before it makes the 2/2, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't really care about the 2/2 at all. So. Okay, does that make life easier? Well, let me cast it. Surely you cast it now. Surely. Ugh. Wait, what? How is this better than VV here? I'm so confused. You almost could have done both. Crazy. So, yeah, we get rid of you. I didn't draw land, so we might be screwed no matter what. Stormcatch Mentor. Sure. Whenever you cast a non-creature... Okay. Oh, they didn't swing with the wizard. Ugh. Why didn't you swing with the wizard? I could have killed it. Actually toxic. Okay, so Valgavoth... Not looking great here. But it's not looking terrible. And so maybe that's what I do. I can also reasonably swing with this first. And just get rid of you. Alright, Valgavoth it is. I mean, again, it's not that crazy here. But it can do something. Oh, this is just so much worse than Gristlebrand. It's so sad. I wish it was, like, kind of okay. It just feels so bad. So bad. Alright, now we cast Vivi. What does that mean? What does that mean? We shall find out together. Unfortunately, we shall find out the hard way what it means. I do like looking at my opponent's hand next turn. Seems ideal. I can take 1, 2, 3... Who knows how much? Okay, land. Lead with this. Alright, get in there, Gear Hulk. Get in there. Yes, the value. Sort of, maybe. I do give my opponent a card draw. Or, a card, I mean. Okay, not quite what I expected, but that is what happened. Don't I just get that card? Alright, so my opponent has that. Opponent's hand is kind of awful. Let's just take that thing. And... into the Flood Maw. Wait, hold on. Let's go here. This is always happening, so I'll do that. And then I'll into the Flood Maw. One of these tokens? They're effectively the same. So I'll just get rid of that one. And, oh, I can play this. Yeah. Sure. I won't swing with it, though. I could have actually swung with it with 5 damage. I forgot I could play it. I completely forgot. But it could have pushed 5 damage there. It's fine as a saving me 1 life on an attack, but they can't really attack anyways. So, yeah, I missed 5 damage. Okay. Fair enough. Wait, no. Yes, I did. Yes. I did miss 5 damage, okay. I will trade my Gear Hulk with literally any combat trick. So, by all means. Alright, they drew Bolt Wave, and then they gave up. I can't remember. No, there was another loss, right? I don't know. Maybe this will be it. Speaking of it, what is this? Okay, it's the deal damage one. So, we'll see what happens. We shall see what happens. Please play the card, thank you. The Simic Commander? Oh yeah, the Ouroboros thing, right? Ouroboid? Let's play this. And play this. Oh, alright. Well, Graveyard has stuff in it. Graveyard has stuff in it. Terror of the Peaks. Do I care about that? I think it's... I mean, Rankle's Prank kind of annihilates my opponent's entire existence, so I should probably play that. Let's name Human. And Prank. Sack. Discard. Oh, this is great. This is like peak gaming right here. No, they got rid of Oroboid. They can't play their commander. But they have that, sure. Does that matter? Wait, why does that matter? Hold on. It doesn't. Alright. Just making sure it doesn't matter. Just making sure it doesn't matter. I probably should get Meteor Golem here, actually. Alright, doesn't matter. I could have probably got Meteor Golem so I could get this later, but it's going to blow up. Both of them are probably just blowing up one permanent anyways, but if they did Windmill Slam this, it comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, it doesn't come with enough damage to kill both of these, so it has to kill this. It just has to. And then it gets blown up here. Alright, yeah, so this makes sense then. Never mind. Okay, so this commander is insane. I played against a very wide range of strategies. There is the crippling strategy that is like Ketramos, because all the graveyard hate that it runs essentially for free, and it just completely blows you out of the water. There's not much you can do about that. It's probably so bad into Ketramos that you could reasonably auto-concede when you see it. I don't like to do that ever, but this is probably an example of that, and that's okay. I think that's just fine. Not everything needs to have no bad matchups or whatever, but no, I think the real MVP is this. I mean, I don't really need this quote-unquote second creature with this. I could have just gotten Summon Bahamut. Like, there's a lot of instances where I can just reanimate the card that this would target, and it effectively have the same result. Now, it does create a second threat that is serious, but it is doubling up on your commander's ability. But sometimes that's not a good idea into like a sweeper or something. But this, as another version of your commander, is nice. Like, you do your commander's thing, and then you do it here to just do it again, right? But one of those things has haste. But yeah, there's a lot of scenarios where Summon Bahamut off of Arden, I could have simply just gotten this. And that actually would save this for like something later, but no, this is the MVP. That's my point I'm trying to make. I don't think it is this. This is good, but anyways, this commander outside of Ketramos is just insane. I didn't really feel like I had a bad matchup into ramp strategies, control strategies. Aggro was maybe sketchy, but I did beat the mono red Hazoret player, so that is nice. What else? It's consistent. There are more than enough ways to draw and discard. I still really don't like milling. Overlord of the the Black Overlord is kind of weird. You really don't need to mill yourself. This is not something to really reanimate, and it is a nice thing to cast on turn 2, though. I can't say it's ever bad, but this card has disappointed me more than I want it to, so I could probably take it out. It's okay to also put a creature to your hand, because you can just discard it to a different card, which is effectively card advantage. I don't think I ever decided to keep all of them in the graveyard. I usually did always put it to my hand, actually, yeah. Because, you know, then you play Charter Course, you can just get rid of it again, card advantage, all that jazz. You can sometimes even cast the card. It's not like you have to do the thing here. But I forgot to say this in the intro. This is functionally identical to a Scarab God activation. 4 mana, exile a creature out of the graveyard, get a 4/4 version of it. It's effectively the same exact thing. I forgot to say that. So if you like Summon Scarab... Summon Scarab God. If you like the Scarab God, too many Final Fantasy cards, then I guess I could recommend this, and it was really good here. So, yeah. I only lost, against Ketramos, and the other loss was a blue-green deck that played so many threats, and I never found an answer. But I could have. At any point in the game, I could have found Bringer, and would have just immediately won. So, the game I lost, I had outs. I wasn't, necessarily, quote-unquote, getting crushed. And that game actually had Graveyard Hate that I had answered. So, there were lines to survive in the game I lost. The Gear Hulk is weird. You can target yourself, though, which is pretty valuable, I suppose. Targeting your opponent, the option is nice. I did take out Draw Discard and ended up putting this in. It was that's kind of the same thing, but of the added benefit of, I guess, targeting your opponent. You can reanimate your own your opponent's creatures. I don't think I ever did. No, I don't think I ever did. Yeah, I never targeted my opponent's creatures. Something you can do, though. Rankle's Prank is awesome, too. Making your discarding your own cards is really nice. Yeah, everything this commander is doing just works. And it works more consistently than... What is it? This thing? I think this is the first commander we played, or the second in Standard, where, this is essentially playing Overlord in your command zone, where you mill the cards, and then you reanimate them, but this way you have to have a reanimate spell. You just don't have it in the command zone. This just gives you the cards in the graveyard to begin with, which is random, right? It's super random. Whereas this one, just you always have the reanimate spell, and then you can just play it kind of like a draw-go game, discard some cards with one of your looting effect style things, and cast removal, and eventually you're going to get there, and you can even just hard cast whatever you want as well. Not to say the other deck list couldn't do that, but I just really like this. It did everything I want it to do, and it did it wildly consistent. It only got better, too, over time. I slowly was optimizing it as we played, as I normally do. I don't really put in the intermediate optimization things in the videos anymore, because I just don't like keeping track of all the timestamps. But the end list obviously looks different from the start one. But yeah, I slowly fine-tune it as we go, and I think it really ended up being pretty solid. I would expect to see this commander more as time goes on, unless people are just really afraid of Ketramos all the time. But again, you can just concede that matchup and play all the other ones that are fine. It's not like it's ranked, so you just do whatever you want, really. Even if it was ranked, just concede. Screw it. Who cares? Who cares? Terminus was never really a thing, honestly. Neither was Virtue. This could have just been a more direct removal spell or something like that, maybe. But the option is nice, right? It's a way to do the thing without losing the creatures forever. Terminus is the same thing, right? Yeah, it's effectively the same thing. But yeah, this is a lot of mana. It's just hard to get this to happen and have... Because by the time I'm sacking a creature, one would probably assume the creature I'm sacking is actively winning the game, so I don't know why I would sack it to do that thing. But one of the big concerns I had was running out of threats, because it exiles the threat, and you can only do it once, except Bringer, because Bringer comes out of the graveyard if you stack your stuff right, and then it doesn't get exiled. But everything else does get exiled, and you can't do it again. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to run out of threats. But that never happened. It just never happened. Whether it's because Standard is not prepared for the first wave of threats, or even, honestly, you have waves of threats, so they have to most likely deal with what you're doing more than once. So it just seems like I never ran out of threats. I actually ended up taking, I think, one scary thing out, maybe even two. I also got, like, I never reanimated this thing. That might be one of the... Oh, I don't think I ever reanimated this either? I'm not sure. I might have in a game where it didn't matter or something. But for the most part, it was... I probably could have just played less giant threats, which sounds kind of crazy. And at that point, you can probably even start playing some sort of alternate win condition, which is kind of crazy. I don't know what that would look like, but there's probably a way to have a second serious avenue to victory. Maybe like some weird planeswalker, but again, most of them... How does Ashiok read? Oh, we only have that one? Oof. Ooh. Oh, wait, okay, let's read it, though. Okay, yeah, this doesn't really work. Okay, yeah, that doesn't work. Right. I don't know, but there's some kind of thing that could probably happen. I really don't even like Overlord. I don't know. I'll probably upload... Oh, there it goes. But probably upload the list with it, because someone will be like, oh, it's such an obvious include in a deck like this. But sometimes, again, if you can avoid the mill randomness, you probably should. It's just not necessary. I can't say it's bad. There were plenty of times where it was good. I was milling threats that I just didn't have until I cast it. But I don't know. Either way, this deck was so good it doesn't need Overlord to win games. I'll say that. But if you have it, throw it in there. But really, really good commander for Standard. Maybe good in Historic. Who knows? You just get strip mined before you get to play the game in Historic at this point. But in Standard, this is really, really good. So let me know what you thought about it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.